Hello again. Well, I've now bought myself an acrylic platter for my planar one, and here it is. And as you can see, although this is, under some lights for the purpose of the video, it looks absolutely, I think, fantastic. It's kind of crystal clear, it's sparkling in the light there. And this cost me about £30, and this was second hand. I suppose one caveat I should put on is that I did notice, although it looks kind of great like this, when it was spinning, I did notice that either it wasn't entirely circular, or maybe the centre hole was slightly offset, because it seemed to sort of oscillate a bit as it was going round. Anyway, so the theory behind acrylic mats, or platters, I understand, is that they're made of the same material as the vinyl LP, so there's less resonance. It all matches. Okay, so how does it sound? Well, I listened to a couple of albums on this and compared it to the original platter. Actually, you don't need a mat with this. The first one I listened to, this is the Blues and Trouble LP. The story behind this is that I got it when I saw B.B. King in the mid-80s. In fact, he's the only famous person I think I've ever met, because afterwards he invited a couple of us back to the dressing room, and we had a bit of a chin wag. I think I was probably too sort of starstruck to say much, because I was only about, well, late teens at the time, I think. Anyway, so these were the support act, and I really liked them, and I bought the LP. So listening to this and comparing it on the new acrylic platter to the standard platter, I thought actually that the treble was a bit more splashy on the new acrylic platter than the standard platter, which was kind of the opposite was I was expecting. For some reason I thought it might be a bit warmer, but it wasn't. But there wasn't a huge amount of difference, but overall I slightly preferred the standard platter. And the same was true, and this is the Stephen Wilson mix of the Rage in Eden album, and I have to say this looked absolutely fantastic on the thing, because this is also, I don't know if you can see that, this is also in sort of clear vinyl. And again, there wasn't a whole amount of difference, but I did think, say, that the treble was maybe a bit more splashy, maybe a bit more sibilance, but not a huge difference. The only one I maybe slightly preferred the acrylic to the original on was on this is the Yes Shows album, and I thought that maybe Chris Squire's bass was a bit easy to hear and a bit more sort of easy to picture in the overall sort of layout of the sound. But again, there wasn't a great deal of difference. And as I say, this may be some cheapy one. There may be sort of posher acrylic platters out there that do make a difference, but overall, no, couldn't tell much difference. And I'm often you kind of, when you're looking for changes, you wonder if you're kind of making them up. But anyway, it does give me a chance, I think, to review the 3 sort of platter upgrades I've made recently. And to remind you, I had the acrylic platter mat and the glass platter I bought off, I didn't buy, I took off my P324. I have to say, out of all of them, I think that the one that made the most significant difference was a glass platter, and that I think significantly improved the sound. And that may be, I don't know, maybe because it's certainly, if you compare the weight of the acrylic to the glass, I don't know, it's maybe 3 times as heavy, so that may improve, stability or whatever. But overall, acrylic platter, wasn't that convinced really. So I hope that's been of help to you. Next time I keep meaning to do the mistakes I think people make of buying eBay videos, so I may do that. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, hit a like and subscribe. Bye bye now.